Crickets. So you may be wondering why I look the way I look. I was attacked by a bear. Oops, Alrighty, what's going on? It's a Monday night. Oh, today, spider web. Today I started. What's going on? I started shadowing my new job today. That went very well, for my brain at least. I'm very much looking forward to the new job. What are you doing? Just go. Just go. I shaved my face off. You know, you got to do that sometimes. And what else? Oh yeah, and these things. These are my Zenni Optical backup glasses because my other glasses are getting manufactured. Because that's how Silhouette does it when you get the frameless. I don't know. I don't know if it'd be cheaper or not, but it'd probably be cheaper if 2 or 3 years I've spent money on those glasses. I'm terrible. Anyway. I know, it's all gone. I shaved it all off. Here, I'll show you. Look at that! I got a little time, half of my life ago. Well, that would be 17 years ago, but I keep on getting older and older. Hey, thanks, man. So, the odds of me moving to Iowa have now increased to 99.99%. Nothing will ever go to 100. So I notified and or discussed the move with my. Didn't have any objections. That's really all I was praying about. How are you doing? How am I doing? Doing pretty long. Well, I don't know. It's gonna be like I'm leaving the house every day at 6:30. Well, except for Thursday. It's whatever then. In that case, it's only 4 days. It's only 4 days and about 2 hours on Saturday. So, but anyway. There is something incredibly specious It's not even specious, actually. Let me, I want to address something that I heard a certain individual talking about recently. Give me just a moment. Yeah, what's going on? I can't read all that. It's too bumpy and stuff. All right, listen. So Owen did a video just recently about the shape of the earth and all this good stuff. Bad stuff, whatever you want to call it. I have to keep coming back to these arguments because they're incredibly incomplete and or ignorant. Something. They're definitely, I don't know. Here we go, though. All right, you're on a train. You're on a train. This train is going 70 miles an hour. It's a fast, super fast train, okay? All right, listen. It's not fast. It's not going faster. It's not slowing down. It's steady. You jump up in the air in this train. Jump up in the air. And where do you land? That's the jump straight up. Do you land in the same spot? Or does one of the walls, like the back wall, for instance, hit you? You jump up and the back wall hits you? Is that how that works? Sounds good to me. So you jump up on a train and you hit the back wall? Is that how that works? So you jump up and you're going to land in the same spot. Why is that? Is it testable? Of course it's testable. Are there hundreds, if not thousands, of videos testing that exact same thing? Well, sure there are. Are there, plenty of evidence. Have I done it myself? Hey, thank you. Whomever that was, thank you. I try not to say names, just in case. But, whatever. Let's see. Hey, I really hope that Larry King got his passport. I didn't hear from him because I kind of had to go. We were praying that he would get it on Saturday. So I hope that Larry King's out of the country. And if not, I hope that it's an awesome blessing. There's the toe getting drowned in the water. Yep, there it is. It's not a threat, by the way. My gift is not a threat to any person, dead or alive. Just for the record. It's not an innuendo that I'm threatening to drown anybody that looks like a toe. I wouldn't do that. Is it funny? Is it funny that a toe is getting submerged? It's a little funny. It's a little funny, but it's not. It's whatever. It's whatever. I'll change it up eventually. And I'm getting a serious computer that I worked a lot of extra hours to try to afford, and I might have bit off a little extra more than I could chew. So all support is extremely welcome. And I'm also moving it's going to be like 1,300. Big move. And I know God will provide, but there's some, moving is tough. And I think we're going to be fine. But we're just kind of winging it. The wing of a prayer. Anyway, what was I saying? We were talking about jumping up and down on a train. So the concept of jumping up on Earth has literally nothing to do with with the speed of the Earth's spin. The question is, what is the acceleration and deceleration of the Earth? Is it accelerating? Is it decelerating? And if so, to what degree? And is that measurable? And everything is fine, thanks to God. Only He makes things fine. So anyway, I'm sure that there's a way to test a perfectly 90-degree launched object and to see, like on an atomic scale, if it lands straight down on the same atom that it left from, or if it goes up in a vacuum, of course, or if it goes up and lands 3 atoms to the left or 2 atoms to the left. I don't know if they can test that sort of. It'd be nice if they could take a little molecule, bounce it, a flubber, just a little flubber. I don't know. You get it. Get my point that I'm making. So if the Earth is spinning, let's say it's decelerating at a rate of 1 inch per year, hypothetically, like out of the 18,000 miles an hour, 1,000 miles an hour, whatever speed it's spinning at, let's say it's decelerating at a rate of 1 inch a year slower. Would one atom, I'm sure there's a physics expert that could do the math on this, would one atom being launched at a 90-degree angle, straight up, in a vacuum, be able to land any more than one atom or less than one atom based on that rate of 1 inch per year deceleration? But you got to factor in the circumference and all that stuff, just hypothetically. But what's another interesting thing about the Earth is that the length of the day is constantly shifting up and down, and you can look at the history of the length of the day for like the last 40 years, and it goes up and it goes down, 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 and record short days exist in the 1970s, and some of the record long days exist back in the 70s, and some of the record long days exist now. Some of the record short days exist now, and by record I mean, like, the top 10s and stuff. So it's fascinating, based on the rotation of the Earth, that it doesn't seem to actually be slowing down like they insinuate. The Earth is slowing down. Well, not according to the length of the days and the average being almost perfectly stable. We're talking about infinitesimally small bounces one way or another, and the average is a straight line. Perfectly flat. Ian, it is though. And there's something in the sky called stars, and you can build yourself a small observatory, and you can devote yourself for the next 5 to 10 years, if you so choose, to charting the stars, or you can just look it up, and it's not explainable in the model that is presented. The model is wrong. thought you didn't believe in... Okay, well, if you don't... Well, goodness gracious. If you had us started with, I don't believe in stars, I'm right there with you. I don't believe in stars either. It says it is better to, it is... Sorry, I'm getting all mixed up right now. It's better to trust in the Lord than to put trust in man. So when it comes to stars, I don't really care. I don't watch reality TV very much. I don't really care if you're famous, quote unquote famous. Stars are the last thing on my mind all day, every day. And I don't even consider Owen a star. In fact, I think he's a lot less famous than he wants to give himself credit for. And that's perfectly fine. That's, there's no reason to tout or to justify the things that he says unto others. He just needs to be like, listen, you're either speaking the truth or you're not. It doesn't matter. All my background is meaningless. I wish he would say that. But, it kind of does, but it kind of doesn't too, so. But yeah, man, Ian, I don't care about stars. I don't care about stars at all. Now, when it comes to stars in the sky, well, if I were to look up right now with all this light pollution, it would appear that, and I'm pretty sure it's completely overcast, even though it's night. Pretty sure it's overcast. I don't see any stars right now. But I don't have to see it. TV is like cancer. It's been happening for a long time too. People just don't know that much either. Like, people be like, my favorite musician is Celine Dion. Did you know that Celine Dion was like having relations at the age of 11 or 14 or 12 or 8 or something? Well, that doesn't even sound... How can I even... You don't even know what age? It was an age. Underage. Doesn't matter. Well, it matters. Listen, did you know anything about her child abuse as a child? Well, no. All I'm saying is people don't know. People really head in the sand regarding pop culture and the things that they love so much. I'm like, really, it's tough. So check this out. I was watching this the other day. It was Friday. What happened Friday? Why? I think I came home at a normal time, or I came home at like 6:30 or something. I don't know. I came home at a normal time so that my wife could go shopping. That's what it was. And I was just worn out. Decided not to do the stream on Friday, which listen, I have a plan. I told you I'm getting an awesome computer. We're going to be doing regular streams. I have a plan. And it's going to be really great, okay? It's going to be really great. You never will have seen anything like it, okay? It's gonna be just great. I think it's good. They think it's good. Everybody thinks it's good, okay? It's gonna be great. You think it's great? You think it's... Exactly. Everybody thinks it's great. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be the greatest thing you ever saw, okay? So yeah, I've got a plan. Starting August, it's gonna be a whole new world. A whole new world. Alright, yes, I did watch that movie, by the way. I did. I watched it. I was hesitant. I was warned. Not really. My wife let me know about some details in the movie, and I was like, ugh. She is extremely perceptive. She picked up on things in that movie I would have never paid attention to at all. But you know what? Aladdin was a good movie. If you're comparing it to the cartoon, they did a great job. They did a good job. They did a really good job. Great. I don't know. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I give it like an 8 out of 10, maybe 8.5. But it's pretty good. Anyway, for Hollywood, you got to factor that in. They start out with a handicap. All right, so back to what I was going to say, though. I know most of you have probably seen the movie The Truman Show. Okay? This is, by the way, completely unrelated to Aladdin. Just for the record. A whole new world. Sorry. Had to do it. I'm sorry. All right, so this show called The Prisoner. The Prisoner. 1967, I believe, TV show. It's on Amazon. And I'll tell you what. I will tell you what. Listen to this. I watched this show and I was just like, wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, how is this possible? Wait, how did they... I'm sorry, wait, what? And then I look it up online, and I'm not the first person. There's a whole Reddit article, or whatever, the Reddit thing, Reddit. It doesn't matter. There's a whole Reddit about The Prisoner, 1967 TV show, and Truman Show, and the parallels. And this dude does a pretty good job connecting all the parallels. There's a lot. So many I had to open my mouth real wide and you get it. Like, stupid, ridiculous number of parallels. Like, I'm not talking about coincidence. I'm talking about they studied the show. I just saw the first episode, but still. They studied the show and wrote the script. Like, no question. Like, this happened absolutely. Like, hey, study this show and think of a way to make a movie based on this show. Oh, by the way, we're never going to say, based on the television show from 1967, The Prisoner. And what was Truman? A prisoner. Anyway, very weird to me that they can just rewrite shows into movies or vice versa and not give any apparent credit. I'll double check that the Truman Show, doesn't credit the original writers of The Prisoner. But based on the Reddit article, I am pretty certain that they did not do that. So, I thought that was kind of weird, and I thought I would share that with you, because that's the kind of stuff that I think is very important to talk about. Is that sarcasm? Why, since when do you recognize me as someone as using sarcasm? Wait a second, did you just say someone as using? I did, indeed. Do you have a problem with that grammatical syntax or formulation? Formulation, that's better. As someone using. Word as should be there, okay? As someone that uses. Is that better? Does that satisfy some of y'all grammar socialists? I'm not even going to call you Nazis. What good does that do? What's the new? We need to come up with a new derogatory. Not that it's good to call people names. It's not good to call people names. Nobody likes ad hom. Nobody likes that. It's no good. But I feel like if you are going to ad hom someone, we need to come up with a new one. Could call everybody Rice Krispies. Why are you calling me a Rice Krispie? I don't know. Is that a racial slur? Not necessarily. It's not really what I had in mind, but I don't know. I could go for some homemade Rice Krispie treats, though. The store ones have this weird chemically flavor. I think it's probably because they definitely don't use butter, and they use they probably use like margarine or hate and sin from the pits of hell. I mean, that's probably the primary ingredient in almost every manufactured scientifically engineered food is they use hate and sin from the pits of hell. Bear Independent. He is Torah observant as well. Yeah, Bear Independent is definitely doing the thing. He's a good guy. He's a dude that would be a really great resource. I don't know if he's interested in Farmunity, I just don't think that he's really. I don't know if he's really heard about us. I'm pretty sure I'm taller than Ben Shapiro. What the heck? It's bouncing way too much for me to. I can't do it. Can't do it! Sorry, can't do it. That's way too many words. Be all reading and stuff. I mean, I'll read it eventually. So anyway. Yeah, alrighty. I'm a short guy, but I'm like just below average. Just below average, I'm pretty sure. At least so I've heard. I don't know. I'm really not concerned with my height. It's really not relevant. Yeah. It's really not relevant. 60.5 though. Need to remember that. Wait, what? I know they had to have given me my thing back. They had to have. Sorry. I went to go get my lenses today, and that's why I'm wearing the crazy glasses. They're not stupid crazy, but Dude, what happened to my prescription, though? Is this... I don't know. Try not to do anything crazy. With the popo. Whoop! I just saw him flash his lights. He's either... When a cop is behind somebody and they just flick their lights, I think it's a sign of get out of my way. I don't want to actually put my... I mean, not all the time. No disrespect to the popo. No disrespect at all. I've known some cops. It's tough. One of the best cops I've ever, no offense to the one that I know right now at all. Not that he's ever going to watch this video, but goes to my church. He's a real cool guy. But one of my favorite was a sheriff in Boone, North Carolina. And, dude, so down to earth. So down to earth. I I really liked him and his family. He was one of the coolest cops I ever did know. There was this man-woman cop partners. They were partners on the force, not in real life, like not outside of work. They were cop partners or whatever. That I knew when I was working at Starbucks back in 2008. And those two were, for lack of a better way of putting it, I'm going to sound like a 75-year-old, they were a hoot. I kid you not. They were the funniest folks I ever did know. I just don't even know what it would have been like to get arrested by them. They could have had their own TV show with their, like, just complete overwhelming sarcasm, just flooding, trash talk them at all, or get them in trouble. Not that I think they'd like bend the rules a little bit for certain situations, but I don't know. That's not what made them funny at all. They were just real down to earth. Played off of each other real well, and it always felt like there should be a camera. How in the world? So I named this Crickets. I'm just like, what am I even talking about? I named this Crickets, not to be related to the phone company. Speaking of, listen, I'm trying to find the best standalone make calls and receive calls in. So preferably I need a PC, but I'll be receiving calls, and it needs to work flawlessly. At first, I was under the impression I could use Google Voice. Upon further research, it appears that you cannot receive phone calls in a standalone way with Google Voice. That Google Voice is only capable of forwarding calls to your phone, which is not what I'm wanting at all, because my phone may as well not even exist when it comes to receiving unknown phone calls. So I know that there's a workaround for that, in that you can set it up to always be the Google Voice number, and that way you know to answer it. But that's not what I don't want to do that. I'm not interested in that either. Plus, I need to use the headphones that I purchased, the headphone voice set thing, because I got a stupid, ridiculous deal on eBay, and I want to make use of it. Otherwise, I'm going to have to sell it at a profit, because it's no chance I would sell it for less than what I paid. I got a stupid deal. I don't even, anyway, doesn't matter. Whoa, too good to be true. We'll see. Hopefully to God not. I put a prayer in my purchase instructions. I'm not even kidding. I was like, I pray to God that this is original in the box like you say it is. I also pray to God that it works like new. Thank you so much. That's it. That's all I put. Not even kidding. I don't care. Everything probably would have been fine, but now that you've revealed that you're a Christian, they're probably going to like spit on the headphones. Dude, if they do that, you think they need to be, you think I need to really worry about what's going to happen to them? If that's where their heart's at, you kidding me? That is the least, yeah. I don't need to spend any time thinking about the consequences of their heart being that disgusting. But anyway, Skype is what I'm thinking, okay? If somebody knows a better option than Skype, it appears that I could spend $15 a month for Skype and be able to even make international calls. It seems to be the best all-around, standalone, make and receive phone call option. So let me know if you know something better than Skype. I like Piper. Oh, somebody's talking about Joel Osteen. I mean, I know it wasn't me. Yeah, WhatsApp though, I know that's like I thought that was like all Chinese and stuff. But we'll look into it. And I'll read the comments and thanks. Yeah, I know. But I make and receive and flawless and give me a phone number. It appears that Skype will do all that. And I'm fine with Skype. It'll run on the PC. So, anyway, if anybody knows of a really, really, really good option that's just as good, if not better, then let me know. Everybody have a great night. And I'll see you in the morning on my way to my second job. My old job that will be my old job as of Friday. But I'll be streaming tomorrow around 10:15 a.m. Central Standard. Have a good night and love the Lord your God with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength.